Hey everybody, and welcome to my kitchen for today's episode of TQM Trims. I am currently making some coffee in my brand new Chemex here. So I've been actually wanting to get one of these for quite a while because now, as you can see, since I'm making coffee on my vlog, you know that I'm a true content creator now. So no, in all seriousness though, this is a great way to make some coffee. I'm not a huge coffee aficionado or anything, but I really do enjoy some coffee here and there, especially if I'm feeling really tired at work. All we have is drip coffee there. So today I'm drinking this right here. This is Yoso Tatu Reserva. It is from Mexico, and this coffee came from Revelator, which is a coffee shop located close to my house. So I really enjoyed their coffee, and that's actually where I first had my first pour-over coffee. So obviously I'd heard about pour-over coffees and Chemex before, but I hadn't really had a chance to taste any yet. And so when Revelator opened up near our house, I had a cup, and it was delicious. So I ordered myself a Chemex now, and I've had a couple cups of it so far, and it's delicious. But you guys are here for weight loss to see how my progress is going. So today is Sunday, October 20th, and I weighed myself this morning. Now, normally I do this on Saturdays, but it's been a bit of a hectic weekend for me this past weekend, so I'm recording everything today on Sunday instead, the 20th, and I weighed 275.4 pounds, so that's just a little over 2 pounds lost over the past week. And the main reason for that is because of my increased intensity of my workouts, I believe. So I think this past week I actually went running 4 times over the course of the week, so I'm actually pretty proud of that. There's only one day of the week that I didn't do any exercise, but all the other days in between doing the runs, I actually just would go out for a walk or something easy like that. And overall, I think that's really been helping out with my weight loss. And at first it was a little bit of a slow start. Oh no, Cheeto. What's up, Cheeto? Special guest appearance from Cheeto. It was a bit of a slow start for me. I didn't really want to do the exercise that much and get running, but once I got started, it's something that I find myself enjoying more and more as the week has gone by. So I actually, yesterday I was going to just go for a walk because I'd already done my 3 runs over the week, which was my goal, was just to do increased intensity for 3 times over the course of the week. But I was like, I could walk or I could just do a little bit of running. So I actually went out and did a little jog instead of my normal walk that I was planning on doing. I think that's been the main component of my weight loss over this past week. Now we have about a week and a half or so until the end of the month, and my goal was hitting 265, but I've sort of come to the realization that that might have been a bit too much of a stretch. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to, completely abandon that hope. I would love to hit 265 by the end of the month, but I do think that's going to be quite unlikely. So let me get a cup, just a second. Real talk, this coffee is so good. It smells delicious being made. It definitely takes a little bit more of an effort than, just your normal drip coffee machine, or I actually have a Keurig as well, and it's something that I hadn't really enjoyed or found myself drinking too much of. But when I had my first cup of this after making it at home, I was like, oh man, it's so good. Oh, I don't know what it is. It's got a very full flavor, and it's not too bitter. I think that's really the biggest thing, is that it's not as bitter as coffee normally is. Normally I take my coffee with cream and sugar, but I've actually tried to reduce that as part of my weight loss. I didn't want to take in the cream or sugar. If I do use cream and sugar, I'll actually use calorie-free sweetener like Sweet and Low or Equal or something like that. But with this coffee from my Chemex here, I'm able to drink it black, and it's pretty enjoyable. So I really do enjoy this method of making coffee. So here's something you might find pretty funny with my exercise. So I believe this was Wednesday. Lisa actually joined me on one of my runs in the middle of the week, and we brought Evie and Farah along with us as well. Now Evie is by far our fastest, most energetic dog, and Farah is by far our least energetic dog, as a tiny stubbly-legged beagle. So we started off the run, and Evie and Lisa are going off pretty quickly. Lisa, even though she doesn't really do it that much, is actually a pretty good runner. She can go pretty far distances pretty quickly as well, and I am much slower, so I was with Farah naturally, and Farah was actually sprinting and keeping up with Evie almost for a good part of it. And I actually have a short video clip showing Farah doing some of that running, so here it is right now. And that was actually a little bit slower than when she was started. Before, she was sprinting after Evie and trying to keep up, and it was really cute seeing her trying to keep up with Evie, who's just bullets away, no problem at all. But that was I thought that was a little funny, so I wanted to show off that video as well. So along with exercise, my diet's been up and down. I'm doing a good job for the most part, and that's partially because Lisa and I had signed up for HelloFresh, which is a monthly subscription meal plan service. where they mail you your groceries and things, and they actually provide you with some pretty healthy meals. Now, we had Purple Carrot the week before, and those meals I thought were only okay. They weren't my favorite. That's a vegan and vegetarian meal service, and some of the meals I just felt like were trying a little too hard, but they're definitely not terrible by any means, but I'm really liking the HelloFresh meals that we've had so far. We had like a pineapple chicken quesadilla one night, and then another night we had, oh, what was it? It was like truffled onion grilled cheese sandwiches. So their meals have been really good so far, and I'm looking forward to continuing with that a little bit here and there. Right now we keep getting coupons for it, so that's why we've been trying it out, but it's been enjoyable. I'm sure we'll get back into the routine of just going to buy groceries, but that's one of the things that we really just hate the most about cooking at home is going out to the store and actually buying the groceries. So it's really nice having those mailed to you so you can then cook the meals at home still and eat something pretty healthy. So as far as this upcoming week, I think my goals are gonna be pretty much the same. I'm going to try to at least stick to doing exercise of an increased intensity 3 times a week, and that'll basically be running or something like that. And in between, I'll just, do little walks here and there. Now, I actually plan on taking the advice of one of our viewers, Board Game Buddies, who's a friend of mine, Raphael. He recommended going on a long walk once a week, and he said that's really been helpful as well as far as improving endurance and stamina and cardio activity. So I'll probably do something like that in the middle of the week as well, along with my 3 runs, because I don't think walking is that tiring anyway. The weather has been awesome lately. It's been much cooler, so I've really been enjoying going out and doing that sort of exercise now. And then along with that, I'll just sort of keep up with my diet, and hopefully, I'm hoping to hit around 273 or so by the end of the week. So that way, if I can hit 270 by the end of the month, that's, I think, the more realistic of a goal. Again, 265 might just have been a bit too much of a stretch for me this month, but it's something that I'm still gonna shoot for. And then also looking downwards, I think what I'm gonna be targeting towards the end of the year, I would love to hit 250 by the end of the year. If I can hit that mark, then I think I'll be on a good track. It means I'm pretty much sort of going 10 pounds every month, and I would love to sort of keep up with that trajectory. So we have a couple of big things coming up in the near future though, so that I believe will help me with my weight loss. So first off, Lisa and I have our 5K. That's gonna be early-ish November, and I think it's around November 9th as the race. So that's why I've sort of increased my cardio activities so I can try to build up endurance to do that 5K and try to improve our time from the last 2 5Ks where we didn't do any training beforehand. And also the weekend before, the first weekend of November, Lisa and I are actually going on a small weekend trip up towards the Great Smoky Mountains. And we're gonna go to the national park there in order to do a little bit of hiking, and also we'll probably hang out in Asheville as well over there, which is a city that we've both been to and very much enjoy also. And then at the end of the month in November, around Thanksgiving, Lisa and I are actually gonna be taking another trip out of the country. We're heading to Amsterdam and to Brussels and sort of little cities in between there. Normally we take a trip around Christmas, but this time we're gonna do something around Thanksgiving, and we're gonna stay home for Christmas this year. So a bit of a shorter trip instead of our usual 2-week-long vacation or so, but we're both really looking forward to that. There will be some TQM Travels episodes for that, I'm sure, and there might be a short carry-on episode as well for our trip up to the Great Smoky Mountains. But that's really gonna be it for this episode today. I'm gonna finish this coffee up, and then Lisa and I actually will be later heading out to a festival called Landlocked, which is an event that is sponsored by Oyster South. That's a group that Lisa's sister actually does some work for at school right now. And we will be eating a bunch of oysters, so my weight might go up a little bit early this week, but I'll try to make up for it during the work week, and we'll see if I can try to keep up with losing 2 pounds or so by the end of this week as well. So we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you all so much for all of your support that you've been giving me, both in person and online. I really appreciate it. All of that motivation is really what keeps me going through all of this. And until next time, guys, cheers.